Hello everybody, Assalamu alaikum. This is Najim. I'm here to show you how to create custom filter with Angularjs. Okay, so far I have done this. It's a single page application made with Angular. Sorry, built with Angularjs. Uh, what what this application does is initially I have an array of integers. We can see it here. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 integers: 15, 23, 38, 2, 51 and 9. So we can select by indices of this array. Like currently we have selected first element of the array, and we can see it here, though these fields are not to display which integers has been selected. This field has a little more specific job. I will show it later. Now we can see the second element. You look here, it's 23 now. So what this app does is we can select an integer, an index from here, like 4. So fourth number is 2, and then we can add a value with that number, and we can see it here. So first text box shows the result, the same result. Of course, both the text boxes show us the same result, but the first one is first one doesn't use filter. The second one uses a filter, so we will show both of them. Let's review our code. So this is our HTML page. These are the Angular libraries and my custom JavaScript files loaded inside the head tag, and then these are HTMLs mixed with Angular. So what you have to see is here we are using ng app directive, and we are pointing to custom.filter application, which is here. We have described it here. Angular.module, we create an application with Angular with this syntax. So this is the name we have used here. These are the dependencies. These are called dependencies, which are not important for this application. We can remove it because we have not used any routing or any resources like HTTP or $resource. Our app will still work. Fifth element is 51. We add 3 and 54. So those are not important. Removed it. So let's go through the what we have written in the body tag. We have initialized few variables, like the initial array, which is called items. This is the array, and selected item, it's another scope variable we have used to identify which index we select from this select menu. Initially it is 1, so when we initially start the application, you will see 1 here and 1 is selected from here. So ng init initializes this variable of this value by 1. By default it is in pointing at the first variable, and initially the increment is 0. You can see it here. I change it to 5. The value of this variable becomes 5. Increment equals to 5 now, and if we reload, initially increment's value is 0. Now the initial array is displayed here with ng repeat directive we have used here. You see here, we have separated the integers with comma. The logic is, if it is not the first integer, then print comma and the integer. If it is the first integer, don't print the comma before printing it. So I have used a ternary operator here. Dollar index gives us the index of the ng repeat. Like we have written at least one time in our life, like for int I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So the value of I can be mapped here by dollar index. Dollar index means the value of I in that loop. Okay. So if dollar index equals to 0, that means it is the first element of the array. We will print nothing, otherwise we will print a comma and then we will print the integer. So it looks like this. Okay. Next, selected item is displayed here, curly braces. Selected item, whichever item we select, the value of this variable changes. Now the value of the variable selected item is 3, and increment is another variable used here. If we choose 5, then the value of this variable is now 5. We can see increase by 5. Okay. Result without filter, result with applying filter. Okay. So this is the first row. Now in the second row we have corresponding input fields. Like here we can change the value of this one. This is corresponding input field for increase variable. Now come here, result without applying filter. So the value of this field, where does it come from? Let's see. It comes from here. In the selected item variable, we are getting the index of the array which I am selecting, and if I select the second element, I have to point at the one index of that array, because we know indexing starts from 0 when we use an array. So selected item is incremented by 1. So if selected item is 2, that means we want the 2 minus 1, or the one index value of that array, and we pick it here, and then we add the value of the increment which we are getting from here, and the final result is shown here. Now this text field also shows the same result, but it is using filter. Let's see it. So this is the syntax. We use filter in Angular, we know that, and this is the name of the filter we use. But Angular doesn't have increment filter, or does it? I really don't know. But this is the custom filter I have written of my own, and these are the parameters of the filter using. So our filter uses two parameters. One parameter is selected item, and another parameter is the value of increment. Filter. What is filter? Filter is nothing but a function. We have used built-in functions in many places, like what do we say? Like length function. Okay, we have used length function. So filter is like a function. We will see it here. Sorry, here. So this is our filter. dot filter. This is the name of our filter, and we just told that filter is nothing but a function. Yes, truly it is returning a function, but the point is, it is the function it is returning holds three parameters, but we have passed two parameters. So how it should not work. You cannot call a three parameter function with two parameters, right? Okay, how it works is very simple. We applied our filter on some variable, on some array, and the array or the variable we are applying our filter is just mapped with the first parameter of the function. That means we have applied filter on items array, so items array will be copied in input, and then we have other two parameters like selected item, and it is coming to index, and next parameter increment, it is mapped to increment value. So the input is the first parameter, so it will obviously contain the value of items, and so we take that value from the array using the value of index, and then add the increment value and return it. So that value is getting here, you see. So if we select 6, we see what we logged in our console. Like clear it, we will put 5 here and watch at here. Okay, 14. So where does it coming from? This log is coming from this console.log. First, the input array is showing the array, and then the value of index 6, which is here, and then the increment value we have picked, that is 5, and it is giving us the final result. 6th element is 9 plus 5, 14. Okay, and we see 14 here. Now we were just talking about our length function, so we initialize another variable like test string equals to test string. Let's Faisal Bhai is genius. He's my team lead, so, and I'm a great fan of this person. What I have learned so far, most of them comes from his beautiful brain. Anyway, so we will find the length of this string from using our filter. Okay, so if we count the length 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. Okay, so it will probably come out show us 20. So let's get out of this very beautiful, let's print hello world first, so it hello, it comes in right place. Oops, I did it again, not again. Anyway, okay, we will show our result here, and we will use test string. Where it is? Test string. Okay, and apply filter like guru give me length, length. It is definitely not a built-in Angular directive. So if we compile this, if we try to run this, it will get an error. I don't want to see that. Oh, I saw that. Okay, because we have not written this filter yet. So this is not a built-in Angular filter. That's why it doesn't recognize it and it gets an error message. So let's write our filter. Where is our filter? So yes, this is. Let's write another filter. I wish Faisal was not seeing that because he hates copy paste. So what was the name of our filter? Guru give me length. Yes, Guru give me length. It has only one parameter, which is the test string itself. Console.log will show the test string here. Faisal is a genius, something like that. We'll show that in our console. Yeah, Faisal is genius. Okay, and then we will return input dot length. So now let's build it. Wow, 20, and we see Faisal is genius. We see it here. Okay, so we have seen that. Okay, let's I don't know that much JavaScript, but if there were internet, I would have shown you how to how we can. I would improvise the tutorial a bit, but I don't know that much JavaScript. But I was planning to split the entire array and entire string. I would tokenize it. I mean, I would split these words and take an argument that give me the first word. So it would return Faisal, second word it would return bhai, third word it would return is, fourth word it would return the genius. So okay, that's good. Why don't you guys try it by yourself? It is your task that you put an argument like this and process it in your filter function and return that. Okay, so thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.